Okay, good morning all, good morning, good morning. Good morning Pankaj, good morning. Good morning, okay. Okay, so tomorrow analysis classes are going on at an academy. So 12:30 biotechnology and physics analysis classes will be available, and 6 p.m. both mathematics and chemistry analysis classes will be available. So please kindly make use of this particular analysis classes. And these are all the details about the new batch for the JAM 2023, which is a venture batch from 16th of February. So good morning all, good morning. To get 10% discount on all the plus subscriptions, please kindly use my code ChanduLive. Okay, so friends, let's talk about the examination hall strategy for the IIT JAM Biotechnology 2022. So friends, whatever the preparation that you have done from 1 year or 6 months, whatever it may be, so tomorrow you are going to perform it in 3 hours, right? So I'll be explaining what exactly you should not do in the examination hall. Okay. Good morning all, good morning. Please continue. See friends, the first thing all of you has, first I will explain, I'll give the time to ask all your doubts, then you please let me know. See, first thing, before starting the question paper, every one of you has to remember one thing, that is the cutoff. Okay, so remembering cutoff is most important. Suppose example, a OBC category or ST SC category students, you have to understand, if you want to get into the IIT or ISER, NISER or whatever the institute, what is the generalizer cutoff that is required. See how you can comes to know that, based on the opening and closing rank of the last 2 to 3 years. It won't be changed much, it is much similar as of last 2 to 3 years. So you have to remember the cutoff. So if you belongs to a, good morning all, if you belongs to a general category, the most important, you all know that if you want to get a good rank, I mean to say, if you want to get a good rank, and the bad part is that this year our IIT JAM biotechnology seats are also drastically decreased. See, on average we are having only 100 seats actually, not more than that. So the competition is very severe, and so the general category students, you should be in the range of 55 to 60 to get a better college, or you, I can say, to get a confirmed seat. Whereas it comes to the OBC, I'm telling you safe side. If you are in the range of 40 to 50, that will be really good. When it comes to the STSC, if you are in the range of 30 to 40 or at least 42, you will have a secured seat. So friends, before starting the question paper, you people has to remember this first. You people has to remember this majorly. What is my category? How many marks I have to get in order to get into my dream institute? So most of the people, what they will do, out of 100 marks, they will try to answer out 100 out of 100. What is the use? Tell me. You know very well, if you look into the topper also, the highest marks not to go more than 70. I'm talking in terms of the biotechnology. If topper only scored 70 marks, friends, obviously you can easily get the seats if you score between 55 to 60. So keep the point of category cutoff in your mind, then only you start answering the questions. If you are very sure, if you answered 60 questions correctly, friends, there is a no need to answer beyond that level. You can quietly sit, but make sure that you have to answer 55 to 60 questions correctly. Okay, how can you answer 55 to 65 questions? Okay, now all of you know friends, biology, so will be 44%, correct na? So remaining physics, chemistry, mathematics will be around 56%. And you also know very well friends, among these three, chemistry will be more weightage up to 22%. Friends, what I want you people to remember, which doesn't mean that if you answer only biology questions, you are going to qualify the exam. No, it depends. See, you have to compulsory answer the questions from the physics, chemistry, mathematics also. And let's talk about the number of questions that will be asked. See, you all know very well the total number of questions. Total number of questions, you all know very well, 60 questions. If you see the first 4 to 5 years paper in terms of biology, how many number of questions we are getting friends? Hardly we are getting, see, minimum 30, there is a no doubt about it. Minimum 30, there is a no doubt about it, and it will go up to 33 also. Okay, so same when it comes to the PCM, it will be 27 to 30. See friends, almost equal. I mean to say, these three together we are getting 27 to 30. Biology we are getting 30 to 33 marks, right? And where you feel difficulty in the biology, I am talking about the biology first. You all know very well friends, we are having the MCQ, and we are having the MSQ, and we are having the NAT level questions. And you all know one common point friends, in the NAT from the biology, you know right, from question number 40 to question number 60 will be the NAT part. So if you observe friends, out of this 20 questions, minimum 3 questions, maximum 4 questions. If our luck is good, only 5 questions, remaining all will be NAT. Here you no need to worry much about this. When it comes to the MCQ, you all know very well, MSQ. MSQ contain how many questions friends? MSQ contain just 10 questions. Correct na? Out of 10 questions, how many number of biology questions are coming friends? 2 or 3 questions. Out of 10, 3 biology only coming. Keep it in your mind. And where more number of biology questions are there? You all know friends, this MCQ session contains 30 questions. As we are all aware, friends, out of this 30 questions in the MCQ part, I can say friends, 10 to 15 questions, more than that, will come from the biology. See, whatever I said right now, on an average, I have said you completely on average. So it will be more, it never be decreased, or whatever I said, it will be always increasing only. Now, while you are answering the biology questions, majorly, always remember friends, what are the various chapters that you people has to focus. Since we are having, today is the final day, at least try to spend 2 hours, just 2 hours, and try to revise all. Especially all of you listen to me, please try to revise friends all the tables, all the tables of the biology. So friends, especially I'm talking about the chapter cell biology, where compulsory question we are going to get. Compulsory. Either question from the cell division, or question from the cell cycle regulation, cell communication, cell signaling, or cancer. So try to read entire information present in the cell biology. And friends, in the paper 2020-21, we did not get the much questions from the biochemistry. This time there is a great chance that we can expect the questions from the biochemistry. Hence I am requesting all of you not to skip this particular biochemistry chapter. I am requesting all of you try to revise the entire biochemistry chapter. Then friends, after cell biology and biochemistry, read the molecular biology chapter. Please revise in this way only. In this way. Okay. After the molecular biology friends, please go to the techniques. please go to the biological techniques. Okay, so after the biological techniques, friends, I am talking about in terms of major revision. Please prefer plant and animal biology. Plant and animal biology, just revise. Last, you give the option for rDNA technology and microbiology. See, today I am talking about just spend 2 hours today, and whatever the tables that are present in every chapter, either it is in the Pathfinder book or whatever the PPT you are preparing or whatever the notes that you are having, among all these, try to prepare only these information of these chapters, especially in the form of tables. Okay, now friends, now we are going to discuss the most important part, that is the paper strategy. Now, where most of the students will make mistake, most of the students will make the mistake as they never use the time correctly. You have to answer total number of questions, 60 questions. And what is the duration of time that you are having? Duration of time you are having 180 minutes. Which means each question you will be having 3 minutes. Each question you will be having how many minutes, friends? You will be having 3 minutes per a single question. Now listen. What are the best methods that you have to use? See, if I am in your position, there is a no doubt I will spend minimum 1 minute in the question. Minimum I will spend 1 minute. Even though this is a very important quality, most of the students always avoid, they never follow. Even though I know the answer, I will recheck my answer, I will recheck my answer, because I have allotted 3 minutes for a question. That's a great amount of time. Most important, you know friends, how I will answer questions. If I am in your position, I will segregate my paper into 3 types. One we called, friends, 100%, one we called 90%, one we called 80%. What do you mean by this 100%, 90%, 80%? Friends, if I am sure about the question 100%, then only I'll go for the option. Then only I'll submit that particular question. Suppose example, I know the answer, but I'm confused. But I don't know whether the answer is correct or not. I have stuck in the between 2 options. Then I don't see, I'll just mark on the questions just like that. Okay, I'll keep on marking like that. Okay, this is 100% question. I am very sure, no doubt about it. Whichever the question is 90%, I will remember it. Okay, this is the question I will answer later. And if a question I am not at all sure, I am confused between many options, 3 options I got confused, I don't prefer this question. I'll leave this question. I will immediately move to the next question. So all of you keep it in your mind. So since you are friends, please listen my statements very carefully. Listen to me. Since you are having 60 questions, 180 minutes, all of you listen. I will follow this only, friends. 60 questions, 180 minutes. I will split my times. Please listen, this is wonderful strategy, it will work. I will split my 180 minutes into 60, 60, 60. As I said to all of you very clearly, friends, we have to spend a minimum 1 minute on the question. So what I am doing in your position, if I am writing the exam, see, you can follow your own strategy, there is no doubt about it. But what I will follow, which is a very simple, I will split my 180 minutes into 360, 60, 60. You know, in first 60 minutes, what is this? So for every question I am getting 1 minute. Here also I am getting every question 1 minute. Here also I am getting every question 1 minute. Now what is this first 60 minutes I am doing? First 60 minutes I am seeing the question paper very carefully. If I come to know that a question I am 100% sure, only those questions I will answer. Say an example. Out of 60 questions, I am very sure 22 questions I am 100% sure all I know the answers. Immediately I have given the answer without thinking. Now what's the point? You have to remember, still 38 questions are left. What friends, how many questions are left? 38 questions are left. Still I am having 120 minutes of time. So 120 into 38 questions, friends, you have to understand, you are getting more than 3 minutes now. I mean to say, yeah, more than 2.5 to 3 minutes you are getting. Now what I will do, see, in the first 60 minutes, I got a doubt with questions which are 90% sure. Now what I am doing, now I am rechecking that questions. I will take more time. This is the area. I will start my elimination method. This is the area. I will start the elimination method. First, I will read very clearly about the question. See friends, all of you listen my statements. What is the best way to answer the question which you don't know? What is the best way to answer the question which you don't know? The best way is, friends, to the unknown answer, you have to create the question. An example I am saying, all of you listen my words. They have given an option A, all of you listen. They have given an option A that gram-positive bacteria cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Gram-negative bacteria cell wall is made up of murin. Fungal cell wall is made up of chitin. Yeast cell wall is made up of zymosan. Suppose example, they have asked you a choose the following combination of correct statements. Among these, you don't know whether the yeast cell wall is made up of zymosan or not. You don't know it. So how can you answer that particular question? First, you have to think about the concepts which you know already. You know that plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So anyway, that option was not there in the question. Now, the question says that the gram-positive bacteria is made up of the peptidoglycan, which contain majorly N-acetyl glucosamine. Yes, this statement is right because you know it very well. Gram-positive bacteria cell wall is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine. You are confirmed about this. And you also know that the fungal cell wall is made up of the chitin. So friends, here only you can understand 3 options are correct. But in our MSQ question, speciality is what? Even 4 options are also correct. 4 options are also correct. But I am giving you a hint. 90% 4 options won't be correct. 90%. Only 3 options will be correct. But in this particular given question, whichever I have asked, yeast cell wall is actually made up of what, friends? Of course, the yeast cell wall is made up of the zymosan. You have to make the question to the given answer. Listen my question statement. You have to make the question to the given answer. Okay, whether really the yeast cell wall is made up of zymosan or not, you don't know. So that's why you are reading other. What the bacterial cell wall is made up of, what the fungus cell wall is made up of. Then you can come to a conclusion. Yes, zymosan is not the component of bacteria. Zymosan is not the component of the other bacteria and fungus also. Then obviously zymosan will be the component of the yeast. So you can come to a particular conclusion by the process of elimination method. So friends, elimination method is one of the wonderful method that will work a lot. And what is the other one? Listen my question statement carefully. Creating a question to the given answer. Trust my words, it will work a lot. Creating a question to the given answer will help you a lot in terms of understanding the concept. Do not forget that point. Now, one more important point what you have to remember, friends. Here, now finally 100% questions you completed, 90% questions you completed. Now friends, see an example. Here you have answered nearly 20 questions. 20 to 20, 42 questions are over. Now friends, hardly how many questions are left? 18 questions are left, but you are having how much time? 60 minutes of time, which means every single question having 3 minutes. In this 18 questions, can't you answer friends 6 to 8 questions correctly with a valid guesses? Of course. Then 22 plus 20, 42 plus 6, 48 questions you are answering. Now, my sincere request in terms of biology, an example I am talking. An example I am saying friends, suppose in biology concept, an example I am talking. In biology concept, if you get 33 questions, my sincere request to all of you, you should be in the range of 28 to 30 questions. Okay, now you can ask me, sir, if I can't answer 28 to 30 questions correctly, now listen. If you answer 30 questions, friends, keep it in your mind, 28 questions should be correct. You keep it in your mind. Then remaining how many questions are present, friends? 27 questions are present. Out of this 27 questions, keep it in your mind, you have to answer minimum 20 questions correctly. So 28 plus 20, 48 questions you have answered out of 60. Right. So friends, if you take a 48 into 1.5 also you take, so your score easily crosses about above 55 to 60. Now I don't tell every category student to do the same. You have to keep it in your mind. General cat, I am keeping in a mind general. I am saying by keeping general category student in a mind. If you are OBC, there is no need. If you are EWC, EWS, you no need to answer this many questions. Try to reduce. See, you can answer 50 questions. But friends, answering questions are not the matter. You have to answer the question correctly. That is important. If it comes to the STSC, you can rely on 40 to 45 questions. But friends, the point is very clear. Whatever the 40 to 45 questions you are answering, that should be correct. That's what. Friends, it's not necessary that you have to answer 100 to 100, I mean to say, you have to get 100 marks out of 100, and there is no necessity that you have to answer 60 questions out of 60 questions given in the exam. See, these things are foolishness. You should not do like that. Every topper, whomever getting the top, their highest marks also in between 65 to 70. So no one will answer the all questions. But the point is very clear. Whatever the questions you answered, that must be correct. Okay, so friends, I will summarize for all of you. Listen, what you have to follow in the examination hall. First thing, before starting the question paper, before answering, I mean to say, you have to remember the cutoff. Okay, remember the cutoff. Do not forget it. Remember the cutoff. Okay, and divide the time. Most important one. What is this, friends? Divide the time. Divide the time. Time into what, friends? Divide the time into 3. Divide the time into 3. This is the biggest plus point for you people in case of IIT JAM. Your time is more. Divide the time into 3 sections. 60, 60, 60. In the first section, answer which you are 100% sure. In the second 60 minutes, answer the question which you are 90% sure. Third section, answer the question which you are 80% sure. In the second 60 minutes, you have to think in such a way that this 90% questions has to be correct. You have to do a valid guess, valid explanation. In the third 60 minutes, whatever the 80% answers, 80% of answers you are giving, you should give it the confidence of 90%, which means by this time you have to analyze it correctly. And what is the best way to answer a difficult question? The best way is, friends, eliminating elimination, and friends, creating elimination, then friends, creating a question to the answer. Once again, you have to remember, creating a question to the answer, which will make you to simplify the question very easily. Apart from these four, most important, you should cut down your anxiety. Okay, so please see, don't think that these things are not working. These things will work a lot. Please don't be excited. Some students, listen, I am telling you in terms of students. When I am a student, if I answered 5 questions correctly, 1 2 3 4 5, all 5 questions I have answered very correctly, what happens? Immediately my anxiety levels increases. In other words, I did not answer my first 5 questions correctly, then what happened? I will get depressed. You should not do that. You should not excited, you should not depressed. You should maintain a tempo. In order to maintain a flow, in order to maintain a tempo, what you should have? You should have a great self-confidence on yourself, because you studied 1 year, you studied 6 months. You have to trust yourself. By that you can answer any kind of a question. You no need to worry if you don't answer 5 questions correctly. Why to worry? Still 55 questions are there. An example. So you are feeling paper is very difficult. You are unexpectedly you did not answer 10 questions. No need to worry at all. Still we are having how many questions? Still we are having 50 questions in our hand. If you answer the 50 questions correctly, of course you will get the good rank. But when you get anxiety, you know what happens? This is the thing which happens with most of the students. They'll make difficult questions correctly. They'll make a very simple questions wrong. Why? This is also because of the overconfidence, or in other words we can say that anxiety. So friends, whether you know the answer also, there is no problem. You recheck the answer, spend 1 minute of time. Why I am repeatedly saying to spend 1 minute of time is that it will reduce your anxiety level. By that you can concentrate on the next question very peacefully. This is most important. If you don't answer the question, you should not get depressed. If you answer the question, you should not get excited. You always has to think, this is my 1 year hard work. I have to spend 3 hours continuously. Every time, every single second, you have to say to yourself that did I give my best, or did I give my best or not? You should not think about whether the question will be right or not. That you don't know. With the confidence you kept it. Of course, with your confidence you will choose the right answer only. Once again, you should not think really I have given the right answer or not. No. Once you submit the answer, don't come back. That's what I just said to you. Split into 100%, 90% and 80%. If you give the option, if you submit the option, don't think about it. Then immediately move to the next session. So most important, never forget your cutoff. Divide the time. Use the elimination method. Don't get excited. Okay. So please try to utilize 3 hours without fail. Okay. That's what I want to say, friends. You all can ask whatever the doubts you are having. Is it clear? I am requesting all of you to ask any kind of a doubts. Clear? I will help you, friends. Please let me know if you have any doubts. Anyone? See, creating a question means, Pankaj, listen. What do you mean by the word creating a question? Creating a question means you have 4 options in a question. You know 3 options. You know it. But 4th option, you did not know it. See, there is a 4th statement saying that plasma membrane contains lipid, protein, carbohydrate ratio. What do you mean by that? Which they are saying lipids are more in number, followed by the protein, followed by the carbohydrates. Surprisingly, you don't know it. Which are more in number? So you have to create a question for this. Now you don't know what you did not remember actually. Then you have to think about the structure of plasma membrane. You use it to remember that yes, the plasma membrane is exclusively made up of a lipids. Then undoubtedly lipids are more in number. And we also studied a point that most of the functions performed by the plasma membrane under the control of proteins. Of course, true. So what is the difference? You have to understand. Listen my statements. Lipids are present more in number. So lipids are first. Proteins are less in number but perform all the function. So proteins are second. What about the carbohydrates? Carbohydrates present in the less portion and carbohydrate perform the less functions when compared to the proteins and lipid. Then obviously the statement is true. This is called as what? Creating a question to the unknown answer. Creating a question to the unknown option. You don't know option is correct or not. For that you have to think about the question. Whether the structure of plasma membrane correct or not, you have to think it. Based on that, you can create a question to the unknown option. I have just said an example. Based on the question given in the exam, undoubtedly you can create. They said that two options they have given. Two options. They said that cholesterol and glycerol plays a key role in the membrane fluidity. That's not a correct statement, right? Cholesterol is the only one having the key role in the membrane fluidity, but not the glycerol. Glycerol just having as a backbone. Then undoubtedly you can eliminate that option. Why? Because you have created a question that yes, cholesterol only required for fluidity. The glycerol, you know that it is acting as a backbone for the I mean to say alcohols. Then obviously we can eliminate it. So based on that you have to create. Understand? Okay, anyone please kindly answer the questions. Anyone you can ask me the questions I am saying. Is it clear, friends? Gaurav, Savvik, Neha, Aishwarya, Samyukta. If anyone having any doubt, I will explain. I hope it's clear for everyone. Yes. Okay, friends, follow this. I wish you all the best to all of you. You people can ask me whatever the doubts that you are having. Please ask me. Okay, friends. Okay, friends. I wish you all the best. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all.